If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my.
I done been around the world. Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Yo, team got guaranteed money? Tell them call me. We're ready to get to the window. This is Luke Shuey and Tommy Totals ready to get you guys at the window on Monday night. New week, fresh opportunity to smack the books. Of course, there's nothing to bet on really besides the NBA tonight, so we're locked and loaded. I just want to say it's tourney week. How are you feeling, Tommy? It's oh, sorry, my phone's going off. I'm watching ourselves on my phone. My bad. How are you doing, Tommy? We ready for tournament week and locking in the NBA?
I'm good, brother. We are always ready. This is that time. I've been saying it, and I can't stress enough. We're at that part of the season, under 20 regular season games. You really got to be selective with what you do. You got to choose the games that have implications, the teams that are still trying to do something. A lot of times me and Luke talked about, you can find value in some of the shitty games because they throw these young kids out there, and these kids want to go out. They want to put up points. They want people to get eyes on them for next season. So just make sure you're taking your plays cautiously. Look for value. Don't just go with everything you like. That's not the way to do it.
I love it. We have the Gimme Props logo on here because that's the show I run. But guys, I do want to give you a heads up. Our man, our boss, your favorite capper's favorite capper, J.A. Cavalier, we're planning to start a daily live show again. I'm glad to be back on the mic because anything that comes out of my mouth that says free pick is somehow a winner. We've got to get more dubs in the VIP section. I've been getting some bad beats lately this last week or two or a couple weeks, but we are going to find it because free picks still hitting at 63% in 2026. Very few people doing it at minus 110 odds. We're going to keep it rolling, but I say that live show tomorrow. The plan is to be on live 1 p.m. every day. If the time changes, we'll let you know, but you're going to get a 3-man show. You're going to get J.A. Cavalier hosting. He's going to dish it to the prop master. He's going to dish it to Tommy Totals, and we're going to run with it every day, every game in the NBA. Let's dive right in. It's a 2-man bob and weave, a little 2-man give and go. Tommy and Luke Shuey on the mic. This episode of Gimme Props NBA Player Performance starts now. Burnsy hit him with the Magic at the Hawks. A pretty good matchup here in the Eastern Conference. Hawks, I believe, on a 9-game win streak. I saw a funny fact this morning, Tommy. It said Atlanta was in 9th place. They now are 9-0 in their last 9 games. They remain in 9th place. But they really could be a factor here, in the play-in tournament. I actually think they could scare a top seed because they're young and they're dangerous and they're getting healthy. What do you have in this game? We have the Hawks. The line's moved a little bit. They're now 3.5-point favorites over the Magic. Hawks are playing ball. I find it hard not to want to bet Atlanta here, but who are you on?
You know what, Luke? I actually don't agree with the line movement. So you got Atlanta on a 9-game win streak. You got Magic on a 7-game win streak. So both of these teams are they're both hot right now. Here's the thing with me is look at Atlanta's 9-game win streak. Who did they beat? They beat the Bucks twice, the Nets twice, the Wizards twice, the Mavs, Portland, and 76ers with no Embiid or George or Edgecombe. I mean, bro, 6 of those 9 wins, the Bucks twice, the Nets twice, the Wizards twice. You can't even count them as basketball teams, barely. You know what I mean? So
that's bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and so I think that the books could be overreacting. You look at the Magic, they've played a tougher schedule. And so in this, I could only look at the Magic. I like the over in this game. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about, this game's important. So you got the Magic with Atlanta is nipping at their heels, literally nipping at their heels. Here is what pushes me towards the Magic is look at Atlanta. This is their 5th game on a 5-game homestand. This is their last game before they leave to go to Texas to play Mavericks and Houston. But if you really dig deep and look back, it's kind of like their 9th game homestand. They played 4 home games, left for 1 game to go play Bucks, came right back home, and then played another 5. This is a fade spot for any team in that situation. You're on the last game of a 5-game homestand. Now you have to pack up, say goodbye to the family. You got Magic on game 2 of a road trip. They've been averaging 128 points per game over their last 3, 125 points per game over their last 7, and they play actual legit defense. We know the Hawks are not a defensive team. Now, their defensive rating over the last handful of games has been amazing. They've been holding, I believe over their last 3, they're holding opponents to 102.7. But again, look at who they're playing. The Bucks, the Nets, the Wizards. I don't think that's an Atlanta defense playing lockdown defense. I think those were struggling offenses. Keep in mind, Bucks with no Giannis. These are 3 offenses that just can't score the ball. And so it's making Atlanta look like they have a legit defense. I love the Magic in this game, man. It is
Are you taking the points here at +3.5, or are you going money line a little +130?
You could sprinkle the money line. I like the points in my back pocket. Atlanta has beat them twice this year. They're 2-0. That was back in October, November. 2 completely different teams. Orlando was dealing with all those injuries. They weren't playing the same. Orlando, I'm sorry. And Atlanta was a completely different team. With the way these 2 teams are playing, Orlando, much tougher schedule. This is a spot I could only look towards the Magic. Give me the points in my back pocket. And I like the over in this game as well. Both teams have been playing to a fast pace. Atlanta, I believe, is 4th in pace over the season. Orlando is 15th over the season. But if you look at their last 3 games, they're number 2 in pace, averaging 112 possessions. That's insane. 112. That is insane. They're right behind the Wizards are actually number 1 at 114 over the last 3 games.
Yeah, they just sprint and chuck.
Yeah, and so, and if you go back and look at Atlanta's games, anytime they're seeing Orlando will play fast pace if you want to run. But they have a better defense. I can only look the Magic's direction, possibly the over. That's what I like.
You heard it here first. Tommy's got the Magic plus the points +3.5. And the more I'm digging into the numbers live with you, I actually do agree with your take, especially losing twice. Once by 4 and once by 15 points. I think you get a much better look here with Orlando this time around. If I had to look at a prop here, guys, Jalen Johnson is one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's from where I grew up, so I definitely lean his way most of the time. But I actually like him not to score the ball as much against Orlando's defense. I like his combo rebounds and assist line. It's pretty high. It feels like high when you get one at 17.5, but the dude can get 12 boards on any given night. And Jalen's pretty unselfish with the ball himself. So my lean here as a free pick is Jalen Johnson over 17.5 assists. Going to have to try and keep pace and dish the ball. And Tommy's got Orlando +3.5. On to the next. We are going staying east. It's the Warriors at the Wizards. And guys, real quick, before I dive into this game, I want you guys to ask questions. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. We'll take them live. If we don't answer them right away, we'll try and squeeze one in at the end because we're going to dial up a 6-leg parlay for you guys at DGen Pizza Money Parlay. I don't have a lot on this game. This is a game I actually wrote a stay away on the card. Warriors in a back-to-back here. Wizards, it's the Wizards. Like, I don't even know who's going to play certain minutes. I've actually had I've marked their props as one of the biggest stay away spots you can find because they'll play their young guys at random rates. Bub Carrington will play 30 minutes one game, then he's playing less than 20 the next game. It's really hard to get a pulse on what they're doing from a player props perspective. So I'm going to be honest, for me, it's a stay away. Do you have any lean or any VIP angle that you're looking at in this one?
I actually have a huge lean. Lean your ass right onto the next game and save your money. The Golden State Warriors laying 7.5. I don't care who they are playing. Laying 7.5. Absolutely not. And then Washington Wizards, yeah, man, I'm good. I couldn't get anywhere in this game. Warriors, one day they're playing a fast pace, next game they're playing a slow pace. Wizards, I guess, the young guys might try, but they're trying to work Trae Young into this offense and figure out, no, I'm good. I think that would
future games. Like Alex Sarr, I'm going to look to back him. He's a really good young prospect coming up, but he just had a poor game against Boston. Now he's out tonight, it looks like. So I don't know. It's a stay away for both of us. Like you said, Warriors up and down. We don't know what kind of style of ball we're getting from him. Let's just say there's better bets on the board. On to the next. We're going with the Portland Trail Blazers at the Brooklyn Nets in this game. We have a total of 221.5 with Portland as double-digit road dogs. 10.5 spread here. Brooklyn's playing without Michael Porter Jr. They are not playing good basketball. They're just 9-23 at home. And Portland, they're back and forth. We noted pre-show here that they have a good trend of patterns: low score, then high score, low score, then high score. I tell you, I like the over here. I do think that the Blazers are going to come out hot and try and push the ball. And the Nets have some young guys that'll try and get in. I don't know if they can score enough on their own to be competitive in this game, but I think the total gets over 221.5. I'm just going to give that as my initial lean, and I do have a prop after I hand it to you, Tommy. But what are we looking at in this one?
What's up, Coach Rick in the comments joining us. We appreciate you tuning in, Coach. So, Portland, I mean, they're coming off that embarrassing loss. They were laying a big number to literally a third string 76ers team, and they lose outright. Portland, right when you expect something from them is when they seem to let you down. But me and Luke did find that trend, and I like it. If you look a little deeper, Portland 9-16 ATS after a loss. They're 8-5 ATS on no rest, 5-4 ATS when playing with the rest disadvantage. Now they're also 19-16 to the over after a loss, but they're 7-2 to the under when playing with the rest disadvantage. So that tells me that when they come out after that loss, they actually try to put forth a defensive effort. Maybe try to hold Brooklyn, down, hold them under their team total. Without MPJ, I don't know if I could trust Brooklyn to carry their weight on that total. I do think it's a low number, though. 221 is low. I think Portland comes out early and aggressive early, I should say, after that loss. I would look to maybe, take Portland first half. Portland early might be a good look. They're laying 10.5, I believe it's moved up to now. So the books are telling you that they think Portland comes out. I will tell it to you right now. Portland first half,
because I think I like that angle.
It's minus 6.5, and I actually do like that. Portland first half minus 6.5 could be a good look. I think that's solid,
guys. By the way, when it's more than half the spread, in fact, it's well over half the spread in the first half. The books are telling you they expect a first half onslaught, leaning Portland's way heavy early. So I think that's a pretty sharp angle that Tommy's looking at here.
And man, that's how I would look. Portland early, and if I was looking at a player prop, I love the matchup for Donovan Clingan. I love the matchup for him last night. He had a great game. This is a game he should feast. The problem, I actually had Clingan circled that I was going to use for a best bet for the show, but I got 28.5 early, and now it's 29.5, and it's minus 150 to the over. So, I mean, it has just gotten way too juicy.
Are you talking PRA or
PRA? Yes, PRA.
Okay. Funny you say that. You've segued right into my top prop of the day, but it's moving fast. Or not top prop of the day, top prop of this game. It's Clingan. The Nets interior is nothing. They're gonna, he's gonna have endless rebound potential. If that got too juicy, let me see what his live rebounding line is, because I really like his rebounding total, but it's probably literally like 13 or 14 rebounds, which doesn't actually scare me, oddly enough, because he should post 15 plus tonight. It's all the way up to 13.5. So Tommy and I both like this prop. Yeah, wow. I gave it out at much less than that too. All right, it's moving quick, but you want to be on Clingan tonight. I think maybe the best spot you could get him at is points and rebounds total was 27.5. Now it's juiced really heavily. If you can get 28.5, I'm good with it. If he plays anywhere near 30 minutes tonight or more, the dude should have 15 points, 15 boards, like honest to God minimum. Could go northward of that. So I am on Clingan as well. I have one more lean in the props category I got to share with you. I don't mind what Danny Wolf is doing in his minutes lately. He's out of Michigan. It's his first NBA season. He's a rookie. I didn't expect to see him playing 28 minutes a game here the last 4 games. But the Nets have nobody. They're playing these young guys. He can kind of do it all. He facilitates as a 7-footer. He's a big, or 6'11", and he can shoot the three. He just hasn't been super hot, but he's shooting 4 3-pointers a game the last month or so. So I actually like Danny Wolf over. You can take points. You can take PRA. However it is, I actually think Wolf is going to get it done against Portland, who's going to play fast-paced. So we like Portland early. We like him in the first half. Tommy's got minus 6.5. I like Clingan over points and rebounds, and I also like Danny Wolf over points or PRA. That's a lot of looks. Same game parlay him if you're feeling dicey. And on to the next. We've got Phoenix at Boston. I really think this might be the game of the night if you're looking for a pretty good matchup. Two teams finally playing healthy basketball for the most part. I know Dylan Brooks is still not in the lineup for Phoenix, but it's a great matchup. They played earlier just a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the weird outlier games of the season. There was a low total. Books nailed it essentially. It was a total of 207. In today's NBA, that's like nothing. And it went way under. It was 81 to 97, totaling just 178 points. Tonight, tell me if I'm wrong, Tommy. You're the totals king. But this is an over number through and through. So it was 207, went way under. Books now have the total tonight northward of 214.5. That is an over. My signals and radars are going off. What do you like here?
Yeah, I 100% agree. I have two top plays on my VIP card tonight. They were this close to being max bets. But anytime I come off of a bad day, I always, the next day, it's just a force of habit for me. I'm gentle. I treat the books with respect. That's, I do, man. I try to respect
the ball go in again, right?
Yeah, bro. When they kick my teeth in the next day, I say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to hit you over the head too hard. So, but I do have two top looks that I love. One of them is in this game. So remember, guys, link in the description. You can pick up a month of plays for $100. I believe for myself, and Luke has also $100 for 1 month of plays in the YouTube description. But one of my top looks is in this game. Luke, I completely agree. You watch this number actually drop down to 213.5, then go back up. It's set 7 points higher than what the previous game was. And that game went under by what? 20 something, 30 points. And now setting a total even higher. Both of these teams have been trending towards the under, obviously. This is a game where, if you look recently, Boston actually hasn't had a really efficient shooting night over their last couple games. This is a spot where they could have a very efficient shooting night, both teams. And if you remember, in that last game, there was no Devin Booker for the Suns. He is back. And Devin Booker, these are probably two teams that at the beginning of the season, people would have had probably not even making the play-in. Maybe Boston making the play-in, but no Tatum, supposed to be gone for the season. Suns, after what we saw last year, then they lose KD. And here they are, both teams just playing overall on the season, playing good ball. So yeah, I have to agree with you. This is an overlook. I do agree with that. Celtics 24-19 ATS after a win. I feel like that's a big number, 9.5. And your first instinct wants to be to grab the Suns and grab the points, put them in your back pocket. I honestly don't know. I really don't. This was a tough game for me to handicap. I like points in this game. I really do. I think both teams just have an efficient night of shooting. Give me the over 214.5. I agree with you 100%, Luke.
You like the over. I like the over. That's a good play. And if I had to look at a prop here for a free pick lean, to be honest, I didn't expect to back him this soon after return from injury, but it's Tatum for me. I just didn't expect him. He's shooting 19 times a game in his 4 games back. That's insane. Honestly, he's played 32 minutes last game. 4 games back from a torn Achilles. He should not be doing that. That's how well he returned and how much work he put into rehab. So props to Jason Tatum. I got to go over his points line as a lean. It's 20.5. He's averaged 20 a game upon returning. So you think that's only going to go up, especially in a game that I think is underrated in terms of scoring potential. So Jason Tatum over 20.5, super strong free pick lean there. Let me get a book it, baby. And Tommy mentioned it. Don't forget to join. If you're new to the channel and don't know Tommy yet, I will advocate for him. Both of our free picks Telegram threads are in the description below.
Appreciate
it. If for nothing else, we're here for the ride or die free picks. We've both been cashing those at a pretty damn high rate.
Yes,
in our VIP packages, you can only get a month for $100 because you're watching the show. Otherwise, it's a week for $100. It's a 4-for-1, baby. Find that in the description as well. Boom. We're going to keep it moving. We'll get you guys out of here on time. Let's crank through the last few. We got the Grizzlies heading to Chicago to take on the Bulls. This should be for lack of a better term, just a complete it's a gym race here, essentially. 244 is the total that I saw recently on one of the books. So it's going to be points. It's going to be a lot of points. Memphis just runs and guns, young guys all over the place. And the Bulls have Giddey back. He's playing great basketball. They're scoring a ton of points as well. So we've got the Bulls 7.5-point favorites, 243.5 total. What are you eyeing up here, Tommy, as a free pick or lean?
Man, who this is a rough game. These are so typically the Bulls would be in a fade spot for me because they were just on that, what I believe, 5-6 game West Coast road trip, 5 game West Coast road trip. Now this is their first game back home. That's normally a spot I would fade a team, but they've had 2 days of rest. And that makes a huge difference compared to 1 day of rest. When you were gone on the West Coast 5 game road trip, now you come back home, you only get 1 day, you got to unpack your stuff and then be at practice the next day. That compared to having a 2 full days. So you got your travel, then you get a day off to unpack, spend with your family, then you get a day to just relax before you have to go to practice. It makes a huge difference in that. I'll be honest with you, if Ty Jerome was playing, I would be all over the Grizzlies team total over. This Grizzlies team, one thing that they put out these young dudes who no one's even heard of. I don't think these young dudes know they can't make the play-in. Like, I don't think they got that memo because these young dudes, these kids go out there and ball, man. They go out, they don't play shit for defense, but they go out and give maximum effort on the offensive side. They try their damnedest to put up points. If you go back and look at the Grizzlies, a lot of people don't know this. I've been making bank this season on the Grizzlies team total. The books have been putting their team total consistently at like 112, 113. And
They're flying over it.
Oh my God. If you go back and look, they're one of the most, I believe they're like 52-15 to the over 114 or something. I mean, they've been destroying that this year. So, the Bulls laying 6.5. Like, wait, what? 6.5?
And the Memphis, like you
This
said,
is the Chicago Bulls.
They didn't get the tank memo.
They didn't get the tank memo. I really want Ty Jerome in. Him and Cedric Howard. If those two are in, that's the Grizzlies to me. But Cedric Howard is in. So even without Ty Jerome, man, I could only look towards the Grizzlies. I can't trust the Bulls to lay 6.5 points. Maybe a Josh Giddey triple-double. I think he's done that in like 5 games straight. Kind of ridiculous. And they've been plus money in every single one. So, if you want to sprinkle a little Giddey triple-double, we know Memphis doesn't like to play defense. Originally, I looked at a Bulls team total, but it's like 124, 125.5. The books priced me out of that one. Like I said, possibly a Grizzlies team total over. Maybe a full game over. Problem is both teams actually trend towards the under in this situation. Bulls
I 20. Get a live line on the triple double here because he should get there with rebounds, but the Bulls don't have anyone that's a great rebounding.
No,
it's plus 200. That's pretty damn good odds.
It was plus 380 last night, or I'm sorry, plus 500 in their previous game. I mean, you might have to
see how likely he is to get a double minus 400. I mean, that's
crazy. That's crazy.
So,
yeah, that's wild. But like I said, both teams in this specific situation actually trend to the under. Bulls 21-18 to the under off of a loss. Memphis 22-20 to the under off of a loss. Bulls 9-5 to the under as a home favorite. Memphis 16-12 to the under as a road dog. Chicago 7-3 to the under with 2 days off. But they both been playing hella fast basketball. I could probably, that's it. I think Josh Giddey, the triple-double, is probably the best look in this game because you don't know what you're going to get.
I like Giddey in this play. I'm on Giddey. I won't tell you the stat in a VIP play. It's one of the best looks I have tonight. But a free picks, Cam Spencer, also a great angle here. If you don't know him, he's a guard out of UConn. Actually playing a lot of minutes this year for the Memphis Grizzlies, who obviously a bunch of young guys. I like his over tonight, over 10.5 points, covered 4 of the last 5 games. Key for me, he's shooting lights out from 3 lately, 48% from downtown since March 1st, over 50% if you include the last game of February. So the dude's chucking it well from 3, got in 30 minutes last game. I like him tonight against the Bulls, who neither team plays defense. So Cam Spencer, over 10.5 points, official free play. Lock that shit in. We got 3 games to crank through. We're going to the Mavericks at the New Orleans Pelicans. Going out west for, not a great game. 2 teams that will not be in the playoffs. But honestly, the Pelicans are worth watching because I think they still have some good talent. And, of course, it's Cooper Flagg for Dallas. So we've got the Pelicans as 8.5-point favorites. Pretty strong line here for New Orleans, in my opinion. And a pretty high total again, 240.5. I'll be quick with it. It's another official free play, and I'll throw it to you. Zion Williamson over 31.5 PRA. I think this is actually almost a slam spot. Slam dunk. If it totals at 241 between these teams, Zion is going to rack it up. Dallas's interior, horrendous. I think they're third. I guess let me fact check this. They were bottom 4 in opponent center and power forward scoring. So they just don't have great interior defense. I think Zion should feast as long as he's aggressive enough. Give me over 31.5 PRA, another free play. Again, when the word free comes out of my mouth, I don't know what the free pick gods are doing, but they're cashing. So take Zion, another free pick. Let's see at the window. Tommy, what do you got?
Well, I can tell you this, Luke. If I was a prop guy, if I was the prop master, I would probably have Zion over PRA as a max bet. You have the Pelicans.
Co-signed. That means it's better odds. It's like 80% odds, right?
They attack the paint more than any offense in the NBA. They score the most points in the paint more than any team in the NBA. Guess which team ranks dead last in points allowed in the paint? That's right, Dallas Mavericks. They have no rim protection. They do not guard the paint. I don't know if they don't or they can't or what the deal is. Zion should literally be able to do whatever he wants. He should be able to like shoot a 3, go grab a nacho from someone sitting in the front row, eat it, then come back, slam, dunk the ball. Like Zion should be able to do anything he wants to do in this game. I love that look, Luke. I gave out the under 240.5 as my free play in the Telegram channel today. And I know a lot of people are like under with Pelicans and Mavs. Dallas has been kind of messing with me on the unders. I took unders in both those Cleveland games and they decided to, shoot like 85% from 3 in both games. But if you look, the Pelicans are 10-5 to the under 240 in their last 15. Mavs are 11-4 to the under 240 in their last 15. Mavs are also 11-3 to the under in division. And more importantly, you got the Mavs coming off of a huge upset where they were double-digit underdogs. They win the game outright by double digits and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, a game where they score 130. If you look, I expect regression. Now you're on a back-to-back. They've shot super efficient now for like 2 games straight. Actually, in their previous game, a couple games ago, they had scored a bunch of points. And in that following game, I took their team total under because I expected regression. I expect the same thing to happen tonight. Both teams actually trend under, again, in this situation. I could only look. Pelicans are one of the best teams at home as a home favorite this year, ATS-wise. I think the number is that big for a reason. Again, DeJounte Murray is questionable. I would like for him to be in. I don't think it matters. Zion should do whatever he wants. I could only look towards the Pels, possibly a Dallas team total under. I like the Pelicans team total over, but again, it's like 125, 126. You're pricing me out when you get to that range. I'm not comfortable, playing an over on that number, but Pelicans minus 8.5, give it to me, baby.
Love it. And Zion over PRA.
Absolutely.
We got 2 games left. I know we want to quick squeeze in best bets and parlay. So let me ask you, Tommy, we've got the Lakers at the Rockets. As great of a game as this might look on paper, I actually don't love the prop market for it. I couldn't find a ton of value. So I'll leave it to you. Give me your free pick and we'll move on. I got nothing in this game. I have better value on the card.
No, you know what? This is a stay away from me only because they play again on Wednesday. No change of venue, no nothing. They play again. I would rather watch this game, see what happens, and then piggyback off that and find my value in the next game.
Could not agree more, especially
if anything, I would say it's maybe a Rockets spot just because of the extra day of rest, but that offense is atrocious. I can't trust them. Watch this game, use this info to bet the next one.
Couldn't agree more, especially when game on Christmas was a blowout. We didn't have healthy lineups. So we want to see the game on this to use as data for Wednesday. Stay tuned. We'll cap the next game better. Last game on the card, though, Spurs at Clippers. Victor Wembanyama has been going off lately. Dude is averaging 29 points in the month of March. We've got the alien taking control, taking over. Who do you like in this game, Tommy? I have a free pick officially in the Spurs on a prop. I'll give that out in a sec, but the Spurs are favored. We got 8.5 point spread and a total that is not showing up on my screen. There it is, 232.5. I don't know if this is true. Did this open way lower and move that much?
Yes,
like
it did.
It's moving. It's skyrocketing. I don't know what that's all about. Do you have any insight there?
No. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is doubtful, and if you watch that fall in that last game with that ankle sprain, you would think there is absolutely no way possible that he plays in this game. But with that total moving up, I mean, Is he playing in this game? Is this going to be like, are we getting like old school Toronto Kawhi where he's going to be like, I'm in this bitch. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know why the total would move up that much. One thing I can tell you is the Spurs last 10 road games where they had a total of 231.5 or higher all went under.
Okay.
Now, as far as a side, man, call me psycho, call me crazy. I actually kind of want to bet the Clippers, bro. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you take the names off of those jerseys and you look at the situation. The Spurs just had a dominant 5-game homestand or 6-game homestand where they went 5-1 in that homestand. They beat good teams. They beat the Clippers by 4. They beat the Pistons by 15. They beat the Rockets by 25. They beat Boston by 9. They beat Charlotte by 13. The only loss was to Denver. Now they are leaving after a comfortable 6-game homestand, and they're playing their first game on the road. Now, if that record was backwards and they went 1-5 in this homestand, then I would be all over the Spurs because they need that fresh look. Obviously, the mojo wasn't working at home. Get them out on the road, give them a fresh gym, fresh vibe, and they usually perform well. This is a situation where I want to fade them. You're taking them out of that comfort zone where they were just smashing teams at home. We were on them the other day against Charlotte. I said that 4.5 was a disrespectful line to San Antonio for what they've been doing to good teams at home. They were just laying that same number against Denver. Now we're saying the Hornets are as good as Denver. So I was all over the Spurs. In this situation, if you look, man, Spurs 25-21 ATS after a win. Average margin of victory in those wins, 5.5. 9-1 ATS is a road favorite. Average margin of victory in those games, 7.5. Clippers are 15-17 ATS after a loss. Average margin of in those games, they lost by 1.6. 7-3 ATS as a home dog. Average margin, they lost by 1.4. And they are 23-15 ATS with 1 day off. Average margin of victory, winning those games by 3.8. With this just being the Spurs' first road game after a nice, comfortable 6-game homestand and no Kawhi and the line's not moved, I got to be on the Clippers, man. I really think it's a Clippers spot. I think
the Benedict Mathurin game. That's
yeah,
what it's going to be.
I think it's going to be Garland dishing to Mathurin, and Mathurin's going to light up the scoreboard. I don't know. I don't think Lopez can guard Wemby. Maybe Wemby sits. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't like the number. I like the direction it looks for the Spurs. I think everyone's going to, or for the Clippers, I think everyone is going to be on the Spurs. And again, if this wasn't the Spurs, if it was any other team playing their first road game after a 6-game homestand where they were dominant in that 6-game homestand, you would be fading them. Any sharp would be fading them.
You Tommy Trends, because that's some good numerical analysis right there. He's got the Clippers plus 8.5. It sounds like. I have a free pick for you. It is Keldon Johnson of the Spurs. I actually like his under. His line is 12.5 because that's a season average. It's at 12.8. But the dude's not shooting well lately. In fact, he's averaging just 9.9 points per game since March 1st, getting a little bit less tick, about 21 minutes per game. I know it should be a faster paced game. I just don't like Keldon Johnson when everybody else in the lineup is super aggressive shooting the ball. I think Keldon's going to be a little bit more laid back. He should have between 8 and 10 points tonight, according to my analytics. Give me the under 10.5 or under 12.5 for Keldon Johnson. And that is it for the games. Let's quick squeeze in best bets. Burnsy, hit him with the track. We got free picks all day, every single game. Hope you guys enjoyed that with us. But we got to circle one as the top free pick for each of us. Tommy, hit him with your best bet.
Best bet. Like I said earlier, guys, I originally had Donovan Clingan over 28.5 PRA lined up for best bet. That number's long gone. It's 29.5. I did see you can get 29.5. It dropped to minus 130. I would still endorse that. But for show purposes, we're going to go back to the first game on the board. Give me the Magic plus 3.5, man. I think this is a better team than Atlanta. I think Atlanta has Jalen Johnson, and that's it. And I think Jalen Johnson is a monster. Don't get me wrong. He is a savage. But I think Orlando has a little bit more talent. I think that they play much better defense, and they've been able to kind of name their number lately. Atlanta's had a very, very, very weak schedule. Give us the Magic plus 3.5. And you have Atlanta, again, they're leaving Same difference. They've been at home for like 9 games now. They had one little road trip in between, but 5th game on a 5-game homestand. They got to pack up, fly to Dallas tomorrow. Give us the Magic plus 3.5. Let's smoke them.
There's the motto. Let's smoke them, says Tommy Totals. My top free pick of the day, he mentioned it. It almost was a max play. It's Zion Williamson over 31.5 PRA. The only reason I didn't max bet something like this is simply because he was a little bit laid back in his shooting aggression. The last few games, one of the games he only shot 10 times and made 7. And I'm like, Zion, go to work, dude. Get to the paint. He literally, if you watch his games, he's fun, so fun to watch. If he goes off the dribble, he's getting by or through someone almost every time and drawing a foul or getting to the paint. So if he's aggressive tonight, the dude could put up 50 PRA for all I care. I'm going Zion over 31.5 PRA. Book that shit. We have super quick time if we rattle off 6 plays. Otherwise, we can dip. All right, let's do it super quick. Jersey pizza money parlay. I think we have a video for that. Unless otherwise.
All
Got
right.
it, the pizza money graphic. Hit us with 3 quick ones, Tommy. We'll get you out of here in a minute. Well, I want 3 plays from you, and I'll give 3 of my own. They'll dial it up for probably what will be like a plus almost 20 times your money parlay. See what he quits up.
All right, let's do it. Well, since it's a parlay, we can afford a little juice. So
we can
go ahead. Let's do Trailblazers first half money line.
I love that. That is like almost. We never want to say the word lock, but that is close.
Yeah, let's do a Trailblazers first half money line. Let's do a. You know what? We could do Donovan Clingan over 29.5 PRA. I like that
right there. I love it.
Yeah, you could throw that in. And then let's do a, you know what? Let's do a Pelicans first half money line. I love the Pelicans in this spot. Mavericks coming off that back-to-back, scoring 130 against the Cavs. Yeah, Zion should do what he wants.
I'm just going to repeat that for Burnsy's sake. We've got the Blazers first half money line, the Pelicans first half money line, and Donovan Clingan over 29.5 PRA, right?
Yeah, and if your book doesn't let you do like the Donovan Clingan, since you're adding the thing, you could replace it with the Magic plus 3.5. The best bet I used, throw that in place of the Donovan Clingan if your book doesn't let you parlay that.
Love it. Now my turn. My turn to contribute 3 points or 3 picks. I am actually going to go with De'Aaron Fox under 19.5 points for the Spurs. Again, a lot of points to be scored there, but Wemby's taken the front seat lately. Give me Fox under 19.5 points. I don't think he hits 20, although he has been playing good basketball lately. I think the under there is a sharp play. I would love to hit I got to get Josh Giddey in here. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. Let's do Josh Giddey. I want to do an alt play. Let's just do his PRA. I think it's the best look. It's over 39.5 PRA. Number sounds high. Don't be afraid. Giddey could easily go for 50 PRA on any given night. Grizzlies no defense, so that's Giddey over 39.5 PRA. And then I'm just going to do a total because I really think it's – I know I'm a props guy, but come on. This is a perfect over spot. Celtics Suns over 214.5. Smack that. I don't know if anyone on the show can type that in and give us live odds. I know Tommy has to get going here, but that should be somewhere in the range of probably probably almost 20 times your money if I'm doing the math right. And Burnsy's going to throw it on the screen here for you. I'll say it one last time, and then we'll get you out of here. We got Blazers 1/2 money line. That's first half. Clingan over 29.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists. Pelicans first half money line. De'Aaron Fox Spurs under 19.5 points. The Giddey over PRA. Celtics Suns over 214.5. Guys, it's Tommy and I's first DGen parlay. What if we hit it for you? 20x your money. Why not us?
Just to show you, Luke, that sharp play of the over we were talking about, the Suns and Celtics total just jumped to 216.5.
Our
right
viewers,
in front of my eyes.
They're moving lines. No.
Right in front of my eyes.
That is good shit right there. Lines moving fresh for us to the over. And yes, we do like Giddey triple-double in the chat. Daniel Gonzalez, thank you for asking. It's plus 200 odds. It's kind of crazy low, which means
no, it's way more. That's not correct. Whoever said that
right?
is No, not at all. I'm only at 4 legs and it's plus 528. Oh, you're talking about for Giddy's triple double.
Sorry, Giddy's.
I'm
triple
sorry.
double.
I thought you were talking about the pizza money parlay.
I was buying time to see if we could get live odds. And
Okay.
I'm just going to answer 2 questions. So Giddy triple double, we do like that as odds. And then earlier in the chat, I'd highlighted Teddy had asked us about Brandon Pochemski. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where you're getting this line for 9.5 points and rebounds. I think you might be saying, is that rebounds and assists?
Yeah, maybe rebounds and assists.
Because Pochemski's point line is at like 17. I can check this live for you though and get you an answer. And Tommy, if you have to dip, feel free to jump off. I'll finish the show. I know
you're good. I have the odds for the pizza money parlay on my book. It comes out to plus 1974, so almost plus 2,000.
Hey, I know what I'm doing.
I'm telling you, you're sharp, bro. You are a math magician.
That's hilarious. I didn't expect to be that close, but 20x the money on the Dijon parlay. Let's hit it and see you guys back here tomorrow. And to finish this Pochemski thing, I have the only line near 9.5 is I have his rebounds and assists at 10.5. So I do lean towards the over here, but we said we don't know what to expect in the Warriors game. The Wizards are terrible at defense, so I will lean over for anything Pochemski if you're going to bet it. All right, that's a wrap, guys. We have been with you for 40 minutes live. Thank you for tuning in. From Tommy and myself, we don't take it for granted. It's our opportunity to do this daily. We try to bring sharp analysis to everything we got. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will see you back here tomorrow with J.A. Cavalier. From us to you, thank you. Have a good night.